Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with another tutorial on Ansible Playbook. So in this tutorial we are going to learn about handlers and how we use handlers in Ansible Playbook. Okay, so handlers are also tasks. Okay, if you have seen in Ansible Playbook we write the task, different tasks in order, right? And when we run a playbook, it runs the task one by one how we return in the playbook, right? So the handlers are also tasks, but the difference is the handlers task will be only run when it is notified. So we need to inform in the playbook, right, that this task has to be run. So I will show you like how we can write in the playbook, how it can be notified. Okay, and the main benefit of using handlers is like in cases when you want to run a task only when a change is made on a machine. Okay, so the handlers, even if you notify to run this task, it will be run only when there is a change or the task which we are mapping, it has been changed. Okay, so to give an example, like we have an Apache server installed and we copy some files into the Apache folder, and we notify that the Apache service has to be restarted, and we create the handler like this service has to be restarted. So when we run the Ansible playbook, once the file is copied, it will notify the service to be restarted, and if the file there is a change, it will restart the service. In cases, you know, when there is no change in the file which is getting copied, the service will not be restarted. So I will show you practically how this is done with the similar kind of scenario. Like we have already had a LAMP stack setup, so I will be using the same thing, which using a handler. Okay, so to give a little bit more detail, so as I told, like in a playbook we will have multiple tasks, right? So let's consider we have task 1, then another task 2, and we are notifying a handler in the task 2, right? So when we run the playbook, what it will happen is it will run the task 1 first, then it will go to task 2, and even though there is a notification for handler, it will not run the handler task. What it will do is it will go to the task 3. Okay, so it will complete the task 3. So it will complete all the tasks first, then it will check for the handlers. Okay, so it will check all the tasks are completed, then it will run the handler task. So if you have a multiple handler task, in a playbook which are notified, so what would happen is handlers run after all the tasks in the playbook is completed, and handler will be running only once. Okay, regardless of how many tasks notified. For example, I'm notifying that the Apache service has to be restarted after the Apache service is installed, then or also the file is copied. What it will do is once the all task is completed, it will run the restart only once if there is a change in those tasks. But if you have multiple handlers, like one handler for Apache and another handler for MySQL, then it will check the MySQL notified task is also changed, it will run that. The Apache notified task to run that. Okay, so depending upon that, that's how it will work. So this is a YAML file or playbook which we written in my previous tutorial for the LAMP stack, right? We have installed Apache, MySQL, PHP, and we also enabled the service for HTTP and it started, and MySQL also it's enabled and started, and I'm copying some file for index.php, right? So now what I want to do is, after the file copy for index.php, I want to notify that the HTTP service has to be restarted. Okay, so you can define, like you can create a task and do the same task what we are doing as a handler, but the difference is if you create a task, every time when you run the playbook, that task will run. But now what here is done is like we have notified to restart. So now the next section is we have created a handler, and in the handler, if you see the name should be exactly the same what you are mentioning in the notify section. So because the notify will look for the handler with the same name, then it will do the rest of the task. So there I'm defining that service HTTP has to be restarted. Okay, so when you run this whole YAML file, this handler will be run only when there is a change for the copying of the file. So if there is no change in the index.php file, then the handler will not be run, because there is no change. But if you change the file, or if there is something changed in that section, then the restart will be happening. Okay, now let's see this in the actual on the Ansible playbook. So before I get into the machines of Ansible, I have a request. Like, if you are new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe it, like the video, share and comment. So I have a two machine. One is the Ansible machine where I have the playbook, and I have another machine which is the local host where I have installed LAMP stack in the last tutorial. Okay, so let me open the handlers file, okay, YAML file. So if you see, this is the complete file. Okay, we have defined the host, the user which I'm going to run, and I'm going to installing the Apache, MySQL and PHP. Then I'm enabling the service, and I'm copying the files, right, and I'm notifying the handler. Okay, so the handler, it's defined like to restart the service. Okay, so let me clear the screen. Okay, and let me run this Ansible playbook. Okay, Ansible playbook, and let's go handlers.yaml. Now you can see it's going through those tasks, right? Now if you have seen, all those things is okay, there is nothing has changed, right? So now you see there is no task which is calling the handler, means there is no change. Okay, so now let me do one thing. Okay, let me open the file index.php, and I'm going to make some changes there. Okay, so let me add some content. This is part of handlers Ansible tutorial. Okay, let me save this file, and let me run the playbook again. Now if you see, the task copying the PHP file has changed, and now we can see it has told like running handler, right? So previous case, we did not had anything calling for handlers, right? Like if you go to the previous task, when we run, it does not call for anything. But if you see here, it has run the handler. So let me clear out the screen, let me run it again. You see now it's not calling for a handler because the task is same. So if I go to my machine where the LAMP stack is installed, var/ww/html, and if I index.php, you can see this is part of handlers tutorial, right? Let me go back to this machine and let me edit the index.php again. Let me remove this part again. Okay, let me save this file. Let me clear out the screen. Okay, and if I run the handlers.yaml file, you can see again there is a change in the task, right? And it's called the handler. If I go to this machine and if I cat the index.php, you can see it has been changed, right? So the handlers are used only when there is a requirement, like you run this task, only there is a change. You can also add this in multiple places, like let me open this handlers.yaml. If you want, you can add one more handler somewhere here, like after installing HTTP or enabling the service, you have to restart, you can add one more notify here. So you just need to notify the same thing, notify restart HTTP service wherever you want, then it will call the handler. If you want to have another handler, you can add one more mentioning name, some name, and you can give what action you need. If it's like restarting service, you can put like name MySQL D restart. So wherever you mention as notify, it will call that handler. Okay, So I hope this was informative, right? So we spoke how the task sequence happens, right? Even though if you have handlers mentioned there, the playbook will wait for all tasks to be completed. It will check all tasks is completed, then it will check how many handlers are there, and it will run only once if even though the same handler is called multiple places. Okay, so I hope this is an informative tutorial for you. So thank you for watching, and again I would request you to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share and comment.